another sketchbook. This is a sketchbook. This is an Etcher Lab sketchbook. They come from Australia. It's lovely sketchbooks, but well, a bit expensive when you end up having to pay customs for it. But that's another matter. It's a lovely watercolor paper, and in this book, I exploring gouache. Gouache is a bit like watercolor, except it's opaque unless you dilute it a lot, and you get lovely watery effects with it. And this is a course. I'm obviously one of these people that seems to always be doing courses. In normal life, I don't do that many courses. I go out and sketch, and I get on with it. But stuck at home, I signed up for a course on Domestica by Marie-Helene. I think she's Spanish, and I call her the Queen of Gouache. She's an urban sketcher, and she gives this really good course on how to use gouache, how to explore its properties, how to mix different colors. For instance, if you want to add a bit of black to white, you have to add black to white rather than white to black, otherwise you'll end up wasting an awful lot of paint. So you add your darker color into your lighter color. That's something I learned, and you know, bit by bit you get grayer and grayer, but you get quite dark very quickly. So you know, kind of an interesting thing. You can dilute it with water, you can get more gooey effects when it's less diluted. You can have dry wash or smooth washes, use different brushes. So all great fun, basically, playing with paint. This is a color gouache party. Just basically used every color that was on the mixing plate that I had. And you can explore things and you can think, oh, I like this one and I like that one. Sometimes I think I like the more neutral colors in gouache. They're quite interesting. And this was a little exercise that we did on the course on how to do trees using dry brush and kind of softer brush, you know, kind of small brushes to get little effects and little landscapes. I love those kind of turquoisey colors. Those are my favorite, really. And again, did a little color bubbles, and that page really makes me happy, I have to say. These are fascinating colors. I love it, turquoise and green. Just one of those things I like. Another little landscape done on the course, when you start with a really watery wash and then you kind of add more elements to the landscape. And these are the colors mixed for that. This was, yes, this is a landscape again in gouache, still from the same course, but it's a view from the Beara Peninsula. I took photographs the last time I was there, and it's a view I've been battling with in watercolor. Just the big mountains in the distance, the curve in the road, trees, the fields, everything. So I decided to try it in gouache for a change. And you know, like the elements that cause me trouble in watercolor, i.e. this foreground here, cause me just the same trouble in gouache. So it's not about the medium, it's about the composition and how to add interest and detail in the front. Still a part of that course, doing little people, so great fun. You do a little blob in a yellowy kind of color, and then you add little details with pencil. That was just so much fun. I had a great time doing that. And this was the final project from the Domestica course. Basically it was to pick a view and to play with the composition, to fit everything you wanted to fit in, and use gouache and pencil and markers and anything you wanted. So this is actually a view from Google Maps in Hong Kong. I connected with a group called Virtual Sketch Leicester. I think it's a group in Leicester in the UK, and I know one of the chaps there, and they every week they organize virtual sketching in a different city in the world, and that particular week was Hong Kong. And I thought, oh yes, I liked it, and I found an interesting view on Google Maps, and I played with my buildings, kind of you know, they obviously don't look like this, and obviously the people are not this big with cars that small, but you know, that's the whole point, is just to be playful with it. And I'm really happy with how that turned out, and all the crazy high-rise buildings. So that was really the main project I did, and I obviously want to continue exploring that. Did some more people here with little blobs of colour. And I think that's the last page in here, when I just got some 3 simple colours. It was Indian yellow, carmine and cobalt blue light, and mixing with the white and black, and kind of all the different mixes I could get, and then all the neutrals, all from those colours. And then I added some pencil to see kind of what they would look like on top. So just, you know, 3 colours, 1 white, 1 black, and you know, you can have all the rainbows you want. That's gouache for you. Thank you.